Last video we made these hour markers for the clock, and they're nice. They might be a bit difficult to glue on, as I mentioned. If I turn off the visibility, there's obviously no place where I'd know exactly where to stick on each one of the hour markers. So I'm going to show you a variation of how we could mark the hours with our clock by doing a negative space variation. So I'm going to turn off the hour markers component, the visibility. There's no reason to delete it. I'm just going to turn off the visibility, and it's as if it doesn't exist. And then I'm going to turn back on my sketch, and I'm going to do a new extrude. So I'll hit the extrude, and obviously, as always, it wants to know what I'm supposed to extrude. So I will go around the clock, and I will identify for Fusion which of the hour markers that I want to actually extrude. So I just do this. I'm navigating around the edge of my clock, and what I find is helpful is to zoom in and out to make sure that I'm getting the right profiles. You'll get better at this as you practice, I think. So boom, boom, I've got 12 profiles selected. It's telling me that in my dialog over here, and that's great. In this case, though, I'm going to pull down and I'm going to do a cut. Now, I obviously don't want to cut way down 20 millimeters. What I do want to do is change the extent of my cut. So I'm going to say to object, and then I'm going to rotate my clock face around, and I'm going to say cut to this face, because that's the back side of my clock face. And that way, no matter how I change the clock face, no matter how thick it is, it will always go to the back side. And here, another best practice, under objects to cut, whenever you're cutting something, you make sure you're not cutting anything else by mistake. Here it says that it's going to cut one body, the clock face. That's what I want. I will say OK. And I've now made a negative space cutout for my hours. This way I don't have to line up any fiddly little bits when or glue anything. It's just all in place. So there we go. Another variation of how to add the hours. And of course, exploring another technique for adding decoration. We can glue things on by doing stacking, or we can cut things out and use negative space. Both approaches will work. That's all I've got for this video.